So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A from the new Instagram poll feature. Sorry if that feature is like super annoying to you. I asked those questions like right when it came out, and then everybody started getting super annoyed with it, I feel like. But I decided to ask the questions on there and then answer them on here. So if you asked a question, it's about to get answered. Also, I wanted to mention that it says that when you ask a question, it'll be anonymous. So I am not going to use their name just because I'm pretty sure they were under the impression that it was going to be anonymous when they asked the question in the first place. So that's why I'm not going to be using names in this little Q&A. Okay, here we go. Grab my phone, get on that gram, and look at these polls. First question. I actually got kind of a lot. I was like not expecting that at all. Okay, so the first question is, why did you want to start your channel and what was your first camera? And this was actually asked by Veronique, and I know you won't care if I mention your name because I personally know you and I know you'll be fine with it, but I just want to say, hey Veronique, love you girl, and I miss you. So shout out to Zoe, my girl. So to answer your first question, I started my YouTube channel because back in the day, me and all my best friends, there were 5 of us, there still are. So we had like an old school Facebook group going on that we would always like post in every day. And I went shopping and I like had gotten a couple things and I wanted to show them. So I was like showing all my friends what I got. I was literally doing like a try on haul, and this was when I was a sophomore in high school. So that was like 2010 or 11 or something. And one of my best friends, Julie, she was like, oh my gosh, Blaire, you should start a YouTube. And at that time, I was watching like Megan Hart's makeup, like Megan Ring's, Lauren Elizabeth, back when she was like Lolu Fully Loaded. Like literally, that was like so long ago. OG YouTube days, those were the best. She was like, you should just make a YouTube video, like do a haul or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, like me? Like make a channel? What? Like it had literally never crossed my mind. It was actually weird. Like for some reason I like thought I like couldn't do it. I don't know. It literally just like never crossed my mind to like make a channel. And then I was like, ooh. So then I started thinking about it, and we were trying to come up with a channel name because like back then, like you had to have a fire channel name and you couldn't change it. So like it had to be good when you made it. Oh, I really can't talk. I'm getting really excited about this. So anyways, we came up with Beauty by B instead of Beauty by Blaire, but that was already taken, so I would have had to put like random numbers after it, and I didn't want that, so I just did Beauty by Blaire, even though originally I wanted to do Beauty by B. So, yeah, so I had started my channel, and then I had gotten into cheer at this point, and a girl in my gym, Katie McLaughlin, you might remember her, she used to make cheer videos. So then I kind of started doing cheer videos just because it was like what I was doing. It was super relevant in my life. I loved it, and so that's kind of how I got into it. Okay, the next question is, where are you and Dakota gonna live after y'all get married? And I have no idea. We literally are just living like day by day, like somewhat into the future now that we have a wedding date. I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, we're not really sure like exactly where we're gonna live, but if that's just kind of like a general question, like somewhere out in the future, like what our plans are kind of. He says that he would like to live in California, and I'd be down for that. He's from Texas, so we'll maybe end up in Texas or in Arizona. I really like home. My family's here, but his family's there, so one of the two, I would say. But yeah, he definitely, I really like California. I would love to live there like for a little bit, definitely not long term, but I'd be down. So if that answers the question, I hope it does. But as far as like where are we living like immediately after, I have no idea, because right now our lives are pretty just like crazy. He plays professional football in Canada, so 6 months out of the year we live there. I'm actually going up there at the beginning of August. Your girl got her work permit. She's ready to go. Just kidding. I'm actually like super nervous, but it's fine. But yeah, that's all part of just like growing up and graduating and moving on and getting married, and yeah. So for the time being, we are going basically back and forth from Canada to here. We did that last year, but I didn't like completely move there. I just went like 5 times over summer for like long extended stays. But starting August, I'll be there through the end of November. So yeah. So my next question is the craziest YouTube comment that I've received, and this is a really good question. Okay, so for the most part, I tend to get pretty nice comments. Like, you guys are like pretty awesome to me. I occasionally get like rude stuff, just like anybody. So I don't really get like that mean of comments or like crazy, but lately, okay, so About 6 months ago, I started getting all these comments saying that I sounded like Loren Gray. And I was like, who is Loren Gray? I had no idea who this was. So I went on Instagram and I looked her up, and she kind of like somewhat looked familiar, but she looked familiar from like a makeup tutorial that I'd seen on YouTube. So anyways, I started following her because I was like curious, and guys, I love her. Like, what the heck? She's so cool. I'm like so old compared to her. I think, isn't she like 16 or something? I don't even know. But yeah, she's just like really cool, and I'm now like, I'm an angel. What can I say? So thanks for telling me that I sound like her, because now I'm definitely like jumped on her bandwagon. I feel like she's really, really good at just like interacting with her fan base every day and all of her followers, and she just does a really good job of like making everyone feel a part of like her little girl squad angel thing. But yeah, so I definitely really like Loren Gray. But do I sound like her? Let me know. Like, I have no idea. I can't really like hear it because it's like my voice, so I don't really know. But let me know if you guys think I sound like her. But I guess that's a compliment. I like her. It's cool. Hey, dope. Okay, so my next question is, do you do your own gel or do you get them done? And actually both. I used to only do them myself because I have a gel kit at home. And then I occasionally like will get them done in a salon. But lately I've actually been using London Town polish. They actually sent me a couple pieces, which was super nice. They sent me like 4 polishes, and then like a top coat, base coat, and cuticle oil, and that was super cool, and I've really been enjoying their stuff. I would say that it's equivalent to like Essie nail polish. They were super opaque and like long lasting. So yeah, I do my own gel. I get them done. Just been sticking to the normal polish just to let my nails breathe for a little bit. Having gel on them constantly, like just like that can't be good for your nails, you know? The next question is, who is your inspiration? And that's a good one. Growing up, my biggest inspiration was always Bethany Hamilton, the surfer. I just like loved her. I was super sporty too, but also just like everyday people, like girls on my team growing up, girls at school. Like I always had really good, more so team, not as much school, but like all of my gym friends and my cheer friends that were older than me, they were all like super good role models, and my coaches were really, really amazing. But yeah, lately I've actually noticed that I totally need like a new mentor. I'm at this like crossroads in my life where it's like a next journey. Like after college, I'm at this new chapter, and I think like a mentor for me would be very beneficial. I'm on the lookout for a new mentor. That would be great. Okay. The next question is, what is the date of your wedding? And this is a really big one. We actually just found this out about a couple, like 3 days ago. The date of our wedding is March of 2020. And I know you're probably like, that isn't so long. However, given our situation, that's what's working best for us. We actually were gonna do next year and rush it, even though that's not really a rush, but for us it is. But we were like, you know what? That's not what's best for us. Because of Dakota's football schedule, we only have 3 months, so January, February, March, that we could like ideally get married in, because the rest he's either in training or in Canada. And so that would mean if we were doing it next year, that like right when we got back from Canada, it would be a wedding, and that was just like way too soon. So we decided that March of 2020 is the best. We got the venue that we wanted. When we were looking at doing next year, the venue we wanted was actually completely sold out, so it worked out because then we got like dibs for next year, or for the following year. So yeah, March of 2020, it's gonna be great. We're super excited, and honestly that time is gonna just like fly by, because right when we get back from Canada, it's gonna be like a couple months, and then we go to Canada again, and it's like boom, wedding. Yeah. The next question is, do you miss AZ Power? And of course I do. I miss all my girls there. AZ Power was seriously so much fun. Amazing girls. The head coach, Kelly Cowley, was like my favorite person ever. And then a lot of the girls that I did cheer with, I did gym with like when I was younger. So that was super cool because we kind of like went full circle. And then just going off of that too, I miss everybody at Oregon so much. And just like, it's crazy, like when you do sports and then you're done with the team, it's just like part of your heart is like forever there, you know? This next question is asking about my skincare routine. And I could seriously do an entire video on this. So, because my skin is clear, but it wasn't like this always. So I grew up, I had really nice skin, and then I went to college and I started like completely breaking out. But I actually found out that it was from a lot of food allergies and from having leaky gut. That sounds like really weird if you don't know anything about leaky gut, but I found out that I had those 2 things which were really contributing to my acne. So if you guys want to know more about that, or maybe if you have acne and you're not sure why it's not leaving or why it's there in the first place, or if it's on your forehead specifically, specifically, let me know, because I will film a whole video telling you about that, because it seriously transformed my face like back to how it was. Because literally I got acne out of the blue, and it got like cystic, and it was just like the worst thing ever. So I know how you feel if you have acne and it just like feels like your freaking life is ruined. That just got like really aggressive. That is the content that I really want to share with you guys. I'm so passionate about that, just because it helped me, and I would love for it to help you, so you can be back to feeling confident if it's like kind of letting you down. And leaky gut, yeah, it sounds super weird. It's actually super common. If you have acne, you could possibly have it. I'm not a doctor, but like that's what happened to me. Next question is, do more DIY room projects on your channel? And this question made me so lit, because I actually did an Instagram poll about like a week or two ago asking if you guys liked more beauty fashion videos versus room and makeover videos, and the room and makeover won, and I was so stoked because I love doing that stuff way more. I like both, but I just like live for room decor. Like I love making my like space cute, and I've always been like that. When they always say like go back to what you did as a kid, I was always doing like interior design, room stuff, like DIYs, like you name it, I was doing it. Like I would be like rearranging my heavy furniture. I remember I would literally move my big dresser when I was like 8 years old. Like, okay, that's like not that crazy, but like if that fell over, oh my God, that would have been so bad. Anyways, so I'm glad we're on the same page about the room DIYs, because I love that stuff. If you haven't already seen my DIY dorm, what is it called? DIY dollar store dorm decor? Is that what it's called? Go watch that video, because that is seriously my favorite video I've ever done, I think. Thanks. The next question is, did you and Dakota talk about / look at engagement rings prior to the proposal? Your ring is little starry eyes. I love that emoji, that's my favorite. We actually never looked at rings prior, but wait, what's the question? So we had been talking about it. So literally right when I met Dakota, once we, okay, not, so right, I met him in January, and then we started dating in October, and literally in December, he was like, I'm gonna marry you. And I was like, dope, because I want to marry you. Like, it was crazy. So when you know, you know. That's definitely a real thing. But yeah, so we had been talking about it like literally for forever, like since we started dating. But once I graduated, we like really started talking about it, which was in June of last year. I didn't really know like when it was coming though. Like I knew we were gonna get engaged at some point, but I didn't know exactly how soon it would be. And also a lot of people, I wanted to touch on this because a lot of people have wondered if I knew he was gonna propose when we were skiing, and I had no idea because he didn't know either. So if you go back and watch those videos, they got the ring on a layover when they were in New York City, when we were on our way to Milan. And so he wasn't really planning on it either, like for that trip. He's planning on it like after probably, but not then. And yeah, we had actually talked about it because one of my coaches was like, oh my gosh, like I hope you get engaged like while you're on your trip. And he saw that message and was just like, babe, like whoa, like I hope you know that's not gonna happen. And I was like, oh no, I know, like it was so last minute. Oh, okay, this next question is so good. I love this one. How did you know Dakota was the one for you? And congrats on getting engaged. Love you. Love you too. And how did I know he was the one? Okay, so we would be hanging out and we would just talk literally until like 4 a.m. and I just felt like so comfortable. That was like the main thing I think with Dakota, was that right when I met him, we had this like crazy chemistry. Like we were like flirty, but like it was the weirdest thing. I've never had that with anybody else. It was like we like just like knew each other already, if you know what I mean. Like I literally felt like I've known him my whole life, but like just met him at the same time. It's crazy. Like I have my best friend for life. It's dope. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to do more Q&As. I think it's fun to just sit down and chat with you guys and just keep it more casual and real. Follow me in my journey to Canada. I got a work permit. I'm super stoked. But yeah, I want you guys to feel a part of my little journey, so make sure to go follow me on there. If you guys enjoyed this video, go make sure to leave a comment on my most recent Instagram with the dolphin emoji, if you're real. Love you guys. Bye.